In the world of daring entrepreneurs, few names shine as brightly as Richard Branson. But on a fateful day in 1986, that light nearly flickered out forever. Picture this, a lone hot air balloon drifting through the sky, its pilot none other than Branson himself attempting his first solo flight. The wind whips around him, the ground far below. Suddenly, disaster strikes. The balloon plummets, spiraling out of control. In a heart-stopping moment, it slams into the earth with bone-crushing force. As the dust settles, a battered and bruised Branson emerges from the wreckage, shaken to his core. This wasn't just a close call, it was a brutal wake-up call that would reshape his entire approach to risk and innovation. Lying there in the aftermath, Branson faced a stark reality. His reckless pursuit of adventure had nearly cost him everything: his life, his empire, his dreams. The weight of that realization hit harder than the ground ever could. For a man who'd built his reputation on audacious ventures, this brush with mortality forced him to confront an uncomfortable truth. Ambition without caution is a recipe for disaster. In those moments of reflection, Branson stood at a crossroads. He could retreat, play it safe, and abandon the bold spirit that had defined his career. Or he could find a way to harness that near tragedy, transforming it into fuel for even greater achievements. The choice he made would not only alter the course of his own life, but reshape the very DNA of his Virgin Empire. As Branson picked himself up from that crash site, he made a decision that would echo through decades to come. This moment of failure wouldn't define him, it would refine him. He realized that true innovation isn't just about pushing boundaries. It's about understanding those boundaries intimately and finding ways to transcend them safely. This epiphany sparked a revolution within Virgin's corporate culture. Safety wasn't just a buzzword anymore, it became the cornerstone of innovation. Branson understood that to reach for the stars, you need a rocket that won't explode on the launch pad. This new philosophy permeated every aspect of his business, from the mundane to the extraordinary. Years later, that commitment to safety would prove its worth in ways Branson could never have imagined. When Virgin trains faced derailments, the robust safety systems put in place saved countless lives. Each averted tragedy was a testament to the lessons learned from that balloon crash so long ago. But Branson's greatest triumph, his journey to the edge of space. Aboard Virgin Galactic's Unity 22 would never have been possible without this fundamental shift in thinking. As he gazed down at the Earth from suborbital heights in 2021, he wasn't just fulfilling a lifelong dream. He was living proof that caution and ambition, when woven together skillfully, can propel us to heights we never thought possible. This is more than just a story of one man's brush with disaster. It's a powerful reminder that our greatest setbacks can become our most profound teachers. Branson's journey from that crumpled balloon to the frontier of space exploration shows us that true innovation isn't about reckless abandon. It's about facing our fears head-on, learning from our failures, and using that knowledge to build something extraordinary. So ask yourself, when was the last time you stared failure in the face and chose to grow from it, rather than run from it? How might your own near disasters become the catalyst for your greatest achievements? As we delve deeper into Branson's transformation, we see how this newfound respect for safety became the bedrock of Virgin's innovative spirit. In the wake of the balloon incident, Branson didn't just implement superficial changes. He orchestrated a complete overhaul of Virgin's approach to risk management across all its ventures. This wasn't about playing it safe, it was about playing it smart. Branson understood that to push boundaries effectively, you need to know exactly where those boundaries lie. He instituted rigorous safety protocols, encouraged open communication about potential risks, and fostered a culture where caution was seen as a strength, not a weakness. This systemic transformation manifested in countless ways throughout the Virgin Group. In Virgin Atlantic, it led to the development of cutting-edge cockpit safety systems that set new industry standards. Virgin Trains implemented advanced track monitoring technology, significantly reducing the risk of derailments. Even in Virgin's more terrestrial ventures, like its gyms and hotels, this safety-first mindset resulted in innovative practices that enhanced both security and customer experience. But perhaps the most profound impact of this shift was seen in Virgin Galactic. The dream of commercial space travel is fraught with inherent dangers, yet Branson refused to let those risks ground his ambitions. Instead, he approached the challenge with a meticulous blend of daring and diligence. Every aspect of the spacecraft's design was scrutinized through the lens of safety, without compromising on innovation. The hybrid rocket motor, the feathering system for re-entry, the redundant safety measures, all were born from this marriage of audacity and caution. Branson wasn't just building a spaceship. He was crafting a testament to the power of informed risk-taking. As Unity 22 soared into the sky in July 2021, it carried more than just Branson and his fellow crew members. It bore the weight of decades of learning, of failures transformed into stepping stones, of a philosophy that refused to see safety and innovation as mutually exclusive. Watching the live feed of that historic flight, one couldn't help but reflect on the journey that led to this moment. From a crumpled balloon in a field to the edge of space, it was a trajectory that defied conventional wisdom. It proved that our greatest leaps forward don't come from ignoring danger, but from understanding it intimately and finding ways to overcome it. This story challenges us to reconsider our own relationship with risk and innovation. How often do we let fear of failure hold us back from pursuing our boldest dreams? And conversely, how often do we rush headlong into ventures without fully appreciating the potential pitfalls? Branson's example shows us a middle path, one where caution and ambition walk hand in hand. It's a reminder that true visionaries don't just dream big, they also plan meticulously. They turn their setbacks into setups for future success. As we stand on the brink of a new era of space exploration and technological advancement, Branson's journey offers valuable lessons. It teaches us that innovation isn't just about breakthrough technologies or disruptive ideas, it's about fostering a culture that values both bold thinking and careful execution. In your own life and work, how might you apply this principle? Are there areas where you've been holding back out of fear? Or perhaps places where your enthusiasm has outpaced your preparedness? Branson's story invites us to find that sweet spot where ambition meets awareness, where dreams are fueled by diligence. Remember, every great achievement in human history has been a dance between daring and discretion. The Wright brothers didn't just leap off a cliff with makeshift wings. They studied, they calculated, they tested, yet they never lost sight of the audacious goal that drove them. As we look to the future, filled with challenges and opportunities we can scarcely imagine, let Branson's journey be a guiding light. It shows us that our greatest adventures lie not in reckless abandon, nor in timid restraint, but in the courage to dream big while respecting the realities that surround us. So, as you face your next big challenge or chase your next big dream, ask yourself, how can I channel both the boldness of that young Branson in his balloon and the wisdom of the man who touched the edge of space? How can I turn my own near disasters into launchpads for success? In the end, Branson's story isn't just about reaching new heights, it's about how we get there. It's a testament to the incredible things we can achieve when we refuse to let our failures define us, and instead use them to refine our approach to innovation and progress. As you move forward in your own journey, remember, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. But to reach for the stars, you need more than just dreams. You need a rocket built on the solid ground of experience, caution, and unwavering determination. What will you build with the lessons you've learned? How high will you soar? Picture this, a lone hot air balloon drifting through the sky, its pilot desperately fighting for control. The year is 1986, and that pilot is none other than Richard Branson, the daring entrepreneur behind Virgin. As the balloon plummets towards the Earth, Branson's life flashes before his eyes. In those heart-stopping moments, he faces a choice that will shape not just his future, but the future of his entire empire. Branson survives, but the near-death experience leaves him shaken to his core. As he stands on solid ground, catching his breath, a realization hits him like a bolt of lightning. This brush with disaster isn't just a personal wake-up call, it's a challenge to transform his entire approach to business. The question that burns in Branson's mind is this: how can Virgin continue to push boundaries and innovate while also protecting its people, reputation, and dreams? It's a delicate balance, one that many would say is impossible to achieve. But Branson isn't one to back down from a challenge. With the memory of that harrowing balloon ride still fresh, Branson sets out to overhaul Virgin's entire approach to safety. This isn't just about adding a few extra checks or slapping on some new regulations. No, Branson is aiming for nothing short of a cultural revolution within his company. He demands thorough safety reviews across all Virgin ventures, from airlines to boats to trains. No stone is left unturned. Safety by design becomes as essential as innovation in every project Virgin undertakes. It's a massive undertaking, one that requires time, resources, and a complete shift in mindset. But Branson doesn't stop there. He invests heavily in expert teams, bringing in the best minds in safety and risk assessment. Data-driven decision-making becomes the norm, with every potential risk analyzed and planned for. The company culture shifts from one of daredevil stunts to one of daring with care. As the years pass, This new approach to safety becomes ingrained in Virgin's DNA. It's no longer just a policy, it's a way of life for everyone in the company. And then, in a twist of fate, this commitment to safety faces its ultimate test. In Cumbria, England, a Virgin train derails at nearly 100 miles per hour. It's a scenario that would typically spell disaster, with the potential for massive loss of life. But as the dust settles, a miracle emerges. Thanks to the safety standards influenced by Branson's aviation experience, not a single life is lost. This incident proves that Branson's vision wasn't just talk. The safety measures he implemented, inspired by his own near-death experience, had literally saved lives. It's a powerful validation of his approach, turning what could have been a tragedy into a testament to the importance of safety and innovation. But the story doesn't end there. As Virgin continues to grow and expand, Branson sets his sights on an even more ambitious goal: space travel. It's the ultimate frontier, fraught with risks that make even the most daring entrepreneurs hesitate. But Branson isn't just any entrepreneur. With the lessons learned from his balloon crash and the subsequent safety overhaul, Branson approaches space travel with a unique perspective. He understands better than most the delicate balance between pushing boundaries and ensuring safety. This knowledge becomes the foundation for Virgin Galactic's approach to suborbital spaceflight. Every aspect of the spacecraft's design is scrutinized through the lens of safety. The team of experts Branson has assembled over the years brings their collective knowledge to bear on this monumental challenge. They're not just building a spacecraft, they're creating a new paradigm for safe space travel. As the Unity 22 mission prepares for launch, the world watches with bated breath. This isn't just a test of technology, it's a test of Branson's entire philosophy. Can the man who once nearly lost everything in a balloon crash now safely reach the edge of space? The countdown begins, and the spacecraft lifts off. As it climbs higher and higher, breaking through the atmosphere, the years of preparation and safety measures are put to the ultimate test. And then, in a moment that will be remembered in history, Virgin Galactic achieves suborbital spaceflight. It's a triumph not just of technology, but of vision. Branson's journey from a near-fatal crash to the edge of space is a testament to the power of learning from failure and weaving caution into ambition. He didn't just recover from disaster, he used it as a catalyst to reshape his entire approach to business and innovation. This story of transformation raises a profound question. Can safety and boldness truly coexist? Or do they always collide? Branson's experience suggests that not only can they coexist, but they can actually enhance each other. By making safety an integral part of innovation, he was able to achieve feats that would have been unthinkable otherwise. As we reflect on Branson's journey, we're left with a powerful lesson. Failure and near disaster don't have to be the end of the story. They can be the beginning of a new chapter, one where caution and ambition work hand in hand to achieve the impossible. The next time you face a setback or a close call, remember Richard Branson. Remember how he turned a terrifying balloon crash into a catalyst for change. Remember how that change not only saved lives, but also paved the way for groundbreaking achievements in space travel. Ask yourself, how can I learn from my failures? How can I make safety and innovation work together in my own life and work? These are the questions that can transform near disasters into history-making successes. In the end, Branson's story teaches us that true innovation isn't just about taking risks, it's about taking smart risks. It's about having the courage to push boundaries while also having the wisdom to put safeguards in place. It's a delicate balance, but as Branson has shown, it's one that can lead to extraordinary results. So the next time you're faced with a challenge that seems insurmountable, remember the man who fell from the sky and went on to touch the stars. Remember that with the right mindset, even our darkest moments can become the fuel for our greatest triumphs. And as we look to the future, with all its unknowns and potential dangers, let's carry this lesson with us. Let's strive to be bold in our ambitions, but wise in our approach. Because as Richard Branson has shown us, that's how we turn near disasters into history-making success stories. In the vast expanse of space, dreams take flight. But for Richard Branson, the journey to the stars was nearly grounded before it began. On a crisp July morning in 2021, the world watched as Virgin Galactic's Unity 22 soared into the inky blackness above Earth's atmosphere. At the helm was Branson himself, fulfilling a lifelong ambition. Yet this triumphant moment was born from the ashes of tragedy. Rewind to 2014. The Mojave Desert echoed with the sound of shattering metal as Spaceship Two disintegrated. Mid-flight, one pilot lost his life, another barely escaped. The dream of commercial space travel seemed to crumble alongside the spacecraft. For Branson, It was a stark reminder that the cosmos is an unforgiving frontier, but pioneers aren't made in moments of ease. They're forged in the crucible of adversity. Branson didn't retreat. He leaned in. With the weight of a lost life on his shoulders, he and his team embarked on a relentless quest for safety and innovation. Every bolt, every wire, every system was scrutinized. They tested, they fixed, they retried. Failure wasn't an option, it was a teacher. Each setback became a stepping stone. Each near miss a lesson learned. This wasn't just about reaching space anymore. It was about reaching it responsibly. Years passed, the world moved on, but Virgin Galactic didn't. They toiled in hangars and laboratories, pushing the boundaries of aerospace engineering. Safety wasn't just a checklist. It became the cornerstone of their culture. Innovation and caution danced a delicate tango, each step bringing them closer to the stars. Then, on that fateful day in 2021, Unity 22 took flight. As the Earth fell away beneath them, Branson and his crew weren't just passengers. They were the embodiment of resilience, the living proof that dreams don't die, they evolve. This wasn't luck. It wasn't chance. It was the culmination of years of meticulous preparation, of expert oversight, of embracing near failure not as an end, but as a beginning. As Unity 22 touched down safely, it carried with it more than just its crew. It bore the weight of countless hours, endless determination, and the unbreakable spirit of human ambition. Branson's journey from tragedy to triumph isn't just a tale of space exploration. It's a testament to the power of perseverance. When faced with the ultimate setback, he didn't just rebuild, he revolutionized. He took the pain of loss and transformed it into a catalyst for change. But this story isn't just about Richard Branson. It's about you. It's about all of us. In the face of our own personal disasters, do we crumble or do we rise? When our dreams seem to shatter before our eyes, do we sweep up the pieces and walk away? Or do we use them to build something even greater? The cosmos may be vast and unforgiving, but the human spirit is vaster still. It's in our darkest moments that we have the opportunity to shine the brightest. Branson's journey reminds us that failure isn't the end of the road, it's often just the beginning of a new, more exciting path. So ask yourself, when a dream almost derails you, do you rebuild or walk away? The answer to that question might just be the key to unlocking your own personal universe of possibilities. As we reflect on Branson's incredible journey, we're reminded that true innovation isn't born in comfort. It's forged in the fires of adversity, tempered by caution, and polished by relentless determination. The road to the stars is paved with setbacks, but it's those who learn to navigate them who truly soar. In the end, what saved Richard Branson wasn't just improved technology or stricter protocols. It was a fundamental shift in perspective. Safety became more than a requirement, it became a form of innovation itself. This transformation didn't just change Virgin Galactic, it rippled through every aspect of Branson's empire. Consider Virgin Trains, years after the space program's near disaster. This safety-first mentality saved lives during train derailments. The culture of caution that was born in the aftermath of tragedy had grown into a shield, protecting passengers across multiple industries. But perhaps the most profound change was within Branson himself. The man who once chased thrills and pushed boundaries now understood the delicate balance between ambition and responsibility. He learned that true leadership isn't about being the first or the fastest, it's about being the most prepared, the most considerate, the most resilient. As Unity 22 pierced the sky, it carried with it more than just the dreams of its passengers. It bore the weight of lessons learned, lives lost, and a promise to do better. Each mile it climbed was a testament to the power of turning tragedy into triumph, of weaving caution into the fabric of ambition. The flight wasn't just a victory for Virgin Galactic, it was a victory for every dreamer who's ever faced setback, for every innovator who's had to rebuild from the ground up. It proved that with the right mindset, even our darkest moments can become the launchpad for our greatest achievements. So what's your Unity 22? What dream are you chasing that seems just out of reach? And more importantly, how will you respond when obstacles rise? Will you let them ground you, or will you use them as fuel to soar even higher? Remember, the journey to the stars isn't always smooth. There will be turbulence. There will be moments when the ground seems to fall away beneath you. But it's in those moments that true pioneers are born. It's in the face of adversity that we discover what we're truly capable of. As we look to the future, let Branson's story be a beacon. Let it remind us that our greatest triumphs often come on the heels of our deepest struggles. That safety and innovation aren't opposing forces, but two sides of the same coin. That in the vast expanse of possibility, It's not just about reaching for the stars, it's about ensuring we have a safe place to land when we return. The next chapter of human exploration is being written as we speak. And while we may not all be astronauts, we're all pioneers in our own right. We're all navigating our own uncharted territories, facing our own challenges, chasing our own stars. So as you embark on your own journey, whatever it may be, remember Richard Branson's lesson. Embrace your setbacks, learn from your near misses, let caution inform your ambition, but never let it extinguish it, because in the end, it's not about avoiding failure, it's about how we rise in its aftermath. The cosmos awaits, filled with infinite possibilities, and while the journey may be perilous, it's those who dare to dream, who have the courage to fail and try again, who will ultimately touch the stars. So strap in, hold on tight, and prepare for liftoff. Your own Unity 22 moment is waiting just beyond the horizon. What would you protect if your dream almost killed you? It's a question worth pondering as we navigate our own aspiration, because sometimes it's in safeguarding what matters most that we find the strength to reach even greater heights. In the end, Richard Branson's story isn't just about space travel. It's about the indomitable human spirit, the power of resilience, and the transformative potential of facing our fears head-on. It's a reminder that even in our darkest moments, we have the capacity to rewrite our own narratives, to turn near disaster into history-making success. So as you chase your own dreams, remember, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. And with the right balance of ambition and caution, there's no telling how far you might go. The universe is vast, but your potential is vaster still. Are you ready to take flight?